I figured it out. They have this very clever device on their little iPad thingy there to have a ponderous image before and after our live streams on Sunday. I didn't know. So welcome. I hope some of you are there. If you are, send me a text and let me know that I'm not alone, because I would love to not be alone this evening. And I'm excited to sing through and play the song Benedictus, which is a lovely piece. And so I hope you are joining me. And to start off, we're going to do some warm-ups. So let's go ahead, and before that, let me just make sure that the video is there. Yes, I am there. Great. Oh, technology. We love it, but we don't. So why don't we all take a moment, if you've just joined, and I want you to close your eyes for a moment and breathe in through your nose and out your mouth and exhale. And breathe in and exhale and keep your eyes closed. And just for a moment, feel the stillness and the silence. And then slowly open your eyes. And let's start over. It's good to pause like that sometimes during our busy days. And I think when we come to choir rehearsals or meetings or whatever activities we do after the workday, a lot of times it's rushed and we don't give a moment for pausing and for pondering. So thank you for doing that with me. Let's go ahead and start with some little hums. Is a consonant you can sing through. So you can have your breath moving and feel and isolate the pitch that you're singing through that consonant a split second before you open your mouth. It's a wonderful, clever thing to take advantage of. So let's go. I'm singing we all. Ready? And breathe. And really feel the resonance in your head. This is very head voice and high. And breathe. Great. Okay, so we're going to do a little game. I'm going to conduct, and as I conduct, I want you to count 1 and 2 and T and 4 and. So say that with me. 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and. I'm saying T instead of 3 because it's quicker and more precise. And I'm going to conduct. And as I conduct, you're going to say 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2. And follow me as I conduct. You ready? Here it is. Did you notice what I was doing? I was adjusting the rhythm a little bit sometimes speeding up, sometimes slowing down. But what you are doing when you say 1 and 2 and T and 4 and, you are feeling the subdivided rhythm in your body, in your mouth, more specifically. Okay, so let's do that again. And this time, see if you can notice when my gesture presses in or gets softer. And see if you can make any adjustments in how you are speaking 1 and 2 and T and 4 and based on my gesture. Okay? Here we go. Ready? So a little exercise to keep you on your toes. Let's sing our numbers. Ready? We're going to start with 1. Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Here we go. Ready? 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Let's dive into some music. And I have a surprise for you if you stick with me all the way to the bitter end. And I'm not alone. I'm seeing some messages. Thank you, folks, for not letting me be alone. Let's sing through what we did last week with parts. And this is in 6/8. And remember what 6/8 means. I'm going to remind you because we always have to keep reinforcing. In our praise band rehearsal earlier, we were talking about a fermata. And someone asked, what's a fermata? And then we explained what a fermata was. And he went, oh yeah, I know what that is. There's so much information locked in our brains. If we don't access it often enough, we lose, we can lose it, or just it's there, but it's not being utilized. And so let's take advantage of that. So 6/8, that means how many beats in a measure? 6. And that 8 underneath the 6 means what? That we are using the 8th note as our beat. So we can have 6 8th notes in every measure, right? And so the dotted quarter note, which is usually worth 1.5 beats, which is the equivalent of 3 8th notes, is worth how many beats in 6/8? Okay, little things to remind you of. We all need that reminder. Here we go. And ladies start. to that point. We were pretty close last week. Okay, so the folks that are lucky to have my cell phone number, I want to go back and do that again, but I would love you to chime in and say, I need the tenor part at such and such a measure, or I lost the alto part here. So my phone is on, and I'm glancing at it as best I can, and you let me know if there's a part you would like, okay? I do want to review the tenor bass entrance on page 3. So while I wait for some of you to send me your message and let me know what part you need, I'm going to continue on because, believe it or not, there is actually about a 30-second delay from my speaking in the transmission to you. So this will be slightly disjointed. But tenors and basses, go to page 3, and let's review your Benedictus entrance. You come in on beats 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Benedictus. Okay? Ready? Tenors and basses. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and Domine. Remember that moment there? So look at nomine. There's the bass note for nomine. And the tenor note. Let's sing there. 1, 2, 3, and. Domine. Off. And then the ladies will start. And keep going, tenors and basses. Is right on beat 1. So let's look at the tenor part at 22. Benedictus, ready, and tenors. Benedictus, Benedictus. And practice your dynamics now. If you practice your dynamics while you are learning the notes, then that's one less step in the learning process. You can do it at the same time. And it affects your breath, how you breathe and prepare for the long phrases and the dynamic shaping. It's important. So just consider that. Okay, and then the basses at 23, because I know there's a bass out there listening. This is for you. Ready and breathe. Straightforward, but when you hear that tenor part against it, make sure that you go up the 4th. You are marrying the bride. You are not going to Star Wars. A perfect 5th, I'm just kidding, is the opening of Star Wars. So basses are doing the perfect 4th. They're getting married. Let's try it with the tenors as well. Ready and. Excellent. Okay, let's see here. Let's continue to page 5. Let's review the hosannas. This is a hard one. I want to stand up. They need to lift the piano up so that I can stand while I'm doing these rehearsals. Because you want to make sure you get a nice big breath and that you are supported in those high notes, ladies. So here is the alto part for any altos that are here. Ready, and 1, 2, and breathe. Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in excelsis. Right? That's hard. That's right on. That's one of my breaks. In excelsis. have to think about that G sharp to keep it there. Oh, I have two tenors with me tonight. I just saw that. Okay, sopranos. This is your moment. Hosanna. If I was you and I'm home, I would stand up and move around while I sing this part. That movement really just opens your body to the sound. Okay? Sopranos at 39. 1, 2, and breathe. And keep holding and off. And you keep holding until the beat 1. Okay? And with all of these hosannas, you know what I would do if I were you? Is the first hosanna at 47 is probably still forte-ish. Then the next one, take it down one level. So kind of mezzo forte, and then mezzo piano, and then it ends up pianissimo. So think about every hosanna being smaller. Does that mean you take a smaller breath? Take the same breath. Breathe, always breathe as if you're about to sing a big forte. Always. And then you'll be ready. So I said, let's see here. Excelsis, not egg, like cracking an egg. Ek, and then shell. Excelsis, not egg, shell, zis. Okay? So that's how I approach it. There's different philosophies, but I think it's cleaner. Excel. And the egg puts the sound and the consonant in the back of your throat, and that's not where we want the g. We don't want that guttural G. We want to keep it forward. So excelsis. Okay? Great. Let's look at... Let's go ahead and look at the tenor and bass parts on page 5. Okay, so the ladies, the second, third that they sing, that's your starting note, gentlemen, tenors and basses. Okay, so you come in on beat 6. So basically it's a pickup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hosanna in excelsis. Right? So tenors, let's start with you. This is the middle of page 5. The second system, the pickup to the last measure. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, and Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna. Softer. Hosanna. But keep breathing. And Hosanna in excelsis. Okay? Here's that bass part. Oh, wait, no. Let's go back to 44. Ready, basses? Here's your note. 1, 2, 3, breathe. 1, 2, and off. And breathe. Getting softer and breathe. Stagger if you can. It's hard to stagger breathe when you are by yourself because there's a gaping hole and no one to cover your breath. But know that you can stagger breathe. Okay? Great. Let's continue on. Wonderful comments here. So let's try tenors and basses together. Here's the bass note and the tenor note. At your hosanna, breathe as if you are singing a forte every time, even when you're singing pianissimo, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, off. 1, stagger, breathe from that last Hosanna. So let's go to the top of page 5. Ladies, let's start at 39. Hosanna in excelsis. Hosanna in excelsis. What does that mean? Hosanna in the highest. That's a moment of praise. Hosanna. So sing it like you mean it, folks. Okay? That's the alto note. Way up here. Sopranos. Ready? And 1, 2, and breathe. 1, 2, and off. And men. Hold. 1, 2, and off. And softer, but breathe. 1, 2, and cease. Good. Questions? Remember, there is a 30-second delay. So if I seem to answer your question late, that is why. Okay. All right. So we are going to move on, and we're going to finish this song, and then I have a surprise for you. I'm so excited. So, gentlemen, tenors and basses, excuse me, you have the melody for a moment. So let's sing at 57, the pick up to 57. Remember, benedictus qui ve. Try and practice making that V happen. Qui venit in nomine, nomine Domini. Very tall and round. Ready? Here we go, gentlemen. Make it really soar and ring and be beautiful. 1, 2, and... Did you see the surprise on the page there? So you have in nomine for the tenors. In nomine Domini. Does that make sense? Try it, tenors. At in. Ready and... Okay, and basses, you have the melody. Sing it, basses. In nomine, and 1, 2, and in nomine Domini. On those long notes, do something with them. Did you hear what I did? In nomine Domini. Give it some life, so we have a reason to not tune out on the long notes, right? We want to keep people engaged. This song is a call to worship. Benedictus, it's an invocation. It's inviting everyone to open their hearts and their minds and their souls to worship. So it's up to us to help that happen in how we sing the song. Okay. So you have that. And then ladies, at 57, I'm going to have a little music theory moment. You come in on beat 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to count sing your part. Ready? Here I'm count singing. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not too tricky as far as the note, right? But you have benedictus qui venit The qui comes in on beat 5, right? Benedictus qui venit. So keep that in mind. All right, let's try these two parts together. The soaring melody in the lower tones of the tenor and bass part, with the sopranos and altos very lightly, providing a beautiful pedal tone up above. Ready, 1, 2, and... And at 65, do you recognize that? We've sung it before. Let's sing it together. At 65, ladies start. And I know it says mezzo forte, but don't think of that as loud. I would start on the softer side. So we have somewhere to take the note. So don't start too loud, but breathe big. Ready and breath. Stagger breath, because there is a fermata, what I was mentioning earlier, a fermata at the end. So notice at 75 that it's sopranos and altos. 1, 2, 3, and make that S as small as possible. I can't say this enough. There are some conductors that their philosophy for getting the small S is to have half of their choir not even sing it, but I think we can do it. And the way you do it is you don't approach your S, the closing of the consonant, like this. It's not tus. We think of it as we're closing our mouth to create the consonant. I want you to touch the consonant and open your mouth to take a breath. So it's tus. If you open your mouth, you can't possibly hold that S too long. You can't possibly make it too loud. So think about that. Benedictus. Open your mouth, okay? So think about that for those S's. So here's the ending at 75. 1, 2, 3. And that gesture at the end, that's how we're going to end it, is I don't want you to go and then we have a flat tire in the middle of church. Okay, let's go ahead and try the whole song. And with parts, I will help a little bit with parts here and there, but I'm going to try it and play a little more accompaniment because it gives you that subdivision you need. Okay, from the top. something like that. I'm sure you did wonderfully well. I know you did. Okay, so that piece, as I mentioned, Benedictus is an invitation and a call to open our minds and our hearts to worship. Okay, so that's going to be a lovely piece for us. And then I was thinking today, we had a praise band rehearsal, and I'm thinking maybe in the next week or two, I might just use this opportunity to give you a little preview of some of the music you are going to hear on Sunday. And one of these pieces, so these are all, I am very new to this church and the music that you all have sung for so long. So every time I see a song, I think, oh, that's pretty, and it's brand new, and everyone says, oh, I've sung that before. So you've probably, some of you have sung this, I think. How Great is Our God, the Tomlin version. So I thought next week, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the music and in advance for the praise band and maybe send it out to you so that after we look at the Benedictus, we'll talk about some of the interpretation of that text. But maybe after that, if you want to, then we can look at some of the praise band music. Because wouldn't it be fun to sing it more than once, just on Sunday morning? So, How Great Our God, there's this verse, and then there's a chorus that might sound familiar to you. Okay, so here is the verse. It goes like this. The splendor of the King, clothed in majesty, let all the earth rejoice, all the earth rejoice. He wraps himself in light, and darkness tries to hide, and trembles at his voice, and trembles at his voice. Now, what I've been singing is da-dum, da-dum, and you get to sing it now on the words, how great. How great is our God. That's the main melody. So we're going to sing this a few times, and as we sing it, I'm going to introduce some harmony ideas for you to consider and have fun harmonizing with us when you watch the live stream on Sunday. So it goes like this. I'm going to sing it over and over, so tune in as you get comfortable. Ready? So it goes like this. And how great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all we see, how great is our God. Do you think you can try it this time? How great. Here we go. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all we see, how great is our God. Now here's a harmony you could try. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all we see, how great is our God. One more time on that harmony. See if you like it. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all will see, how great is our God. Now here's a really low harmony. It starts on this note. How great is our God. one more time, and you decide, are you going to sing the melody? How great is our God. Sing with me, how great. Or are you going to sing that middle harmony? How great is our God. Sing with me, how great. Or the low one. How great is our God. I'm going to play all three, and we'll do this one more time with all three parts and just have fun. And then when we sing this on Sunday, I know that there is harmony out there somewhere, because you will. I'm going to sing the middle harmony. That's what I like. Ready? 1 and 2 and breathe. How great is our God. Sing with me. How great is our God. And all will see how great is our God. Good job. You are ready for one of our songs this week. We have a couple of other really nice, beautiful pieces that you will enjoy. And I'm sorry it's not us that are able to be up there and to share our song and our love through music together. But I know it will happen soon. I know it will happen again. I'm not sure when. So this is by no means a replacement of gathering and singing together. But I hope it keeps you in the spirit and keeps us connected from our distances. So please have a beautiful evening, and I thank you all very much, and I miss you guys. All right, so God bless and good night.